What's up, my nerds? Welcome back to the GSL Codex. You already had a pretty good run of games today.
Yeah.
PvPs were a real treat to cast.
I enjoyed that little best of 3 series. Showed a lot of skill on both sides. Well, our next one, TVT, should show a lot as well. Keen versus Byun, who is in this game as Ghost King. I am so angry.
I hate it when we have like 2 to 3 IDs for one pro gamer, and I'm like, well, I just don't know what to call him. That's when I just start calling him by his race. I'm like, well, the Terran might lose here, but then there's already another Terran in the game.
Yeah. Can't win. Cannot win.
All right, guys. Keen against Byun. Byun's back now. And we're going to be going on to map Whirlwind. Byun has been gone from Codex for a while. Has he not?
Yeah, but that was he was in a cheating scandal. With what happened was Byun and Koka were in a Korean Weekly match, I believe it was, or it might have been the other one. It was something that was basically to help get a spot somewhere. And Byun was like, "Oh, Koka, you're already in. Just give me the win." And then he did.
Well, not only did he do that, but he typed that in in-game chat, which was
not
exactly,
that was pretty blatant and stupid.
That's not exactly Mission Impossible stuff. I mean, I don't know if James Bond was trying to get into Codex if he would have done it that way. But anyways, he's back, and he's a very good player. Yeah. And we're happy to have him back. It's going to be a treat to cast his games again. Everybody makes mistakes.
That's right. Like
and forgiveness is important.
4 times so far. Actually, he's changed it like 6 times. He was Bleach, and then he was Excrement.
And then he went to Byun.
Yeah, and then he was Byun. Then he was Ghost King, and then he was Byun again. So that's
5. We should have made
We should be like Blizzard, get 1 name change, and that's it.
All right, guys. Keen against Byun. Keen, one of our most consistent players. Byun back. Try to make it deep here in this season of the GSL Codex. And on to our first TVT of the day. In the upper left, we have our Terran player. He is one of the most consistent players here in the GSL Codex. Let's see if he can get deeper this time around in the tournament. He is
MVP Keen.
And Keen's a guy you can never count out.
Yes, you cannot count him out.
I think he's top 5 most handsome GSL players.
He's actually really handsome.
He's sharp. He actually got to be number 1.
You think so?
Well, I can't think of anybody else.
Well, Nestea is handsomer.
Well, I mean, he's in his own division. In the bottom left starting location, we have our Terran player who's going for gas first here. He's back to prove himself in the GSL Codex. He is
Prime.
But I mean, besides Nestea, is there anybody else who's actually handsomer? Think about this. Really put some thought into that.
Let me think about it for a couple minutes here.
I really can't think of anybody.
You might be right. Wait.
Hold on.
Is MMA in Codex right now? No,
Polt's pretty good looking. Polt's pretty good looking.
Yeah, Polt's really handsome. MMA's really handsome. But Nestea takes the cake easily.
I know.
I don't know, man.
His beauty it's so profound. It's like staring into the sun. You can't really fully look at it.
He's like an infinity out of 10.
Yeah. Wow.
That's for sure. I can't believe we get to see him tomorrow already. I'm so happy.
Right, well, Naniwa, I would vote for Naniwa as president.
Of what? Of America?
Of Protoss.
Of Protoss? Isn't that MC, though? The president of Protoss?
No, this is the problem. Well, election season's starting up.
Ooh.
He could be the Romney toss. All right. So we got a factory coming up here now. Now, we didn't mention this earlier, but Byun did go gas first.
And so did Keen, because his factory is
did he go gas first? I didn't actually catch that. Okay.
Yeah.
There was a chance we could see Cloak Banshees. Wow, Keen actually the lowest voted here.
I'm not hugely surprised. He is always underrated from what he's able to accomplish, and I think a lot of that is his style. Like, for instance, in that group with Squirtle, where it was like this really great group and no one really thought Keen would get out. And it's like, well, all right, I see how you guys could think that. And, like, Keen lost the game, won the macro game, and then just double proc strikes twice. And people don't really appreciate that on the internet most of the time. So I think then they vote with their hearts, not with their heads.
That's true. Keen's like, I really don't care, guys. I want to win.
Yeah.
I like
you got to
money.
respect that, man. You have to respect that.
Yeah. Some other guy's like, for honor, and like does a macro game and then loses. He's out of GSL Code S and out of GSL Code A and it's gone forever. Keen's like, nah, bro.
Yeah. It's like, I think I'll just make barracks near your base and let fate do its thing. Well, right now it looks like Ghost King going to definitely go for Banshee, but Reactor Hellion from Keen while he is going up to Starport. So very likely a Hellion drop. And, you know, of course, he's going to be able to get out a Viking to help out with that Banshee. But with 2 gas, could be a Cloak. Yep.
Yep, it's going to be Cloak.
And these guys don't really know anything about each other that much. Well, actually, to be fair, Team did get in and saw that factory being built, but it's not a ton of intel. Didn't see if there was going to be 2 gas or not. For all he knows, it could have been, you know, the Reactor Hellion thing. Although it actually, yeah, I mean, you can't really tell. So he's going to have to play a little bit safe. And in fact, he is making a Viking. So that's actually a very smart move.
A lot of this is going to boil down to how much damage does the Banshee actually do.
I don't think it's going to do any because he's already
he's actually about to intercept it, yeah.
Yeah, instead of going for like a drop, which it looks like is what he originally wanted, he is actually just bringing his Viking across the map. And if you intercept the Banshee when it's over here, I mean, first off, Cloak may or may not be done. Those Hellions not quite doing what he wanted, but Cloak may or may not be done, and they're going to have to Cloak right away, so they're going to lose all their energy.
All right, nice shot there by the Viking.
And look at this, he's bringing down these Hellions to take out the Marines. Great move right there. And look at his Viking just keeps poking in. Such great play by Keen.
Yeah, Keen really impressed me here. He should probably hop up the ramp now with the Hellions to try to just
he
draw
may
some SCVs in there.
Yeah, you know, force the Marines to come over.
There are actually more Hellions coming over here too, by the way. All right, now he's going to be careful with this Banshee. All right, now he can scan. Wait, does he have a scan? Can you check, Artosis?
He does have a scan ready.
Okay, so is he just waiting for... Okay, well, this
he
is
might just chase
mistake.
it because, I mean, this Banshee's going to be pretty low in health, energy by the time it gets over there. And in fact, Keen is making an eBay right now, so he can get up a missile turret very quickly. Already is making one.
All right, he's chasing this Banshee, but the Banshee's actually about to run out of energy, if I'm correct here. Can you check for us?
It's got a little bit more, but it's going to like run into range of a turret, I think. Oh, no. Wait. Yeah, he's about to. There you go. He's got.
All right.
Actually, the Vikings went out of position. I think there was a moment
well,
there.
He's going to get it now.
Yeah. And that was a good choice to not use that scan up. I love that. And now he has 2 scans ready just in case. So basically, the Banshees have done nothing for Ghost King here.
And when you consider how much it costs to get a Banshee tech up that quickly to focus on just that Banshee tech, you know, getting Cloak and everything else like that, you need to get a lot of SCVs or it does not pay for itself.
Yeah, and you know what? There is another Banshee, but he could actually run up the ramp right now with what he's got.
Oh, man.
And, like, if Byun goes up, or Keen goes up the ramp right now before the Siege Tank was out, he actually had this great timing where it would have been, like, insanely hard for Byun to do anything against it. But now with that Siege Tank out, the game should normalize a bit. Well, actually, wait a minute. Byun is...
No, he's one basing, man.
No. Byun has a second command center.
Oh,
like, wait a minute,
excuse me.
where is that? But yeah. So, yeah, it's going to normalize quite a bit here. We'll have to see what type of unit compositions they actually want to go for.
Right, you got to be careful with those Vikings. They're not fast. And we have one Banshee going around here. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess we'll have to see how many SCV kills it actually ends up getting.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got to be careful. This
Great
angle.
move! Great move here by Keen.
Oh, no.
Wow, Keen's so good. Oh, my God.
He's got to send that Banshee back. I think Keen handled that so well. In fact, this tank is one shot away. Oh, my God, he's so good. Even going for the SCVs now.
Yeah, he is just crushing Byun right now. Keen with fantastic
oh, my God.
play.
He handled that so well. Look at this, even now avoiding the Banshee. And, you know, a few more SCV kills here, and this is going to be...
he's killed 23 SCVs.
Okay, this is so economically
24.
crippling.
Okay, so he's killed 24 SCVs. That was a brilliant move that we just saw.
For those a moment, like, you see that he's in there, and you have to make that call immediately. Now, the Banshee up here, we didn't get a kind of catch the tail end of this, but it does have, 7 or 8 kills here.
Yeah, 7. I mean,
kills.
that's pretty good. But they really aren't SCVs, they're mostly Marines.
Bad rally here. That's one thing that not going well here for Byun, or for Keen, excuse me.
Oh, well. But it was such a brilliant move. You know, he waited, and basically that didn't have to happen to Byun. If Byun went down his ramp unbelievably safely, then that just basically never happens. You know, you siege tank push down, you're like, all right. But what he did was he just came down the ramp altogether, just assuming, and you should never assume, that there would be nothing there. So Keen is like, oh, you made a small mistake, punish you so much I'll probably win the game. Bam. Great move there by Keen. I'm actually so impressed with his play this game. You know, a lot of people were upset with the way that he played against Squirtle to get out of that group. We've been over that plenty of times, but just to say here, his skill that he's showing is just unbelievable. Just great play in every way.
And is this Banshee going to get away? Yes, it will, actually. Now, he's actually just kind of shadowing the Banshee right now with the Viking, hoping that, you know, Byun's not going to move it and it's going to run out of energy. Byun sees what's going on, says, all right, let's get some SCV kills here. And he gets about 2 off there.
So
not bad.
SCV counts right now 38 to 26. So Keen 12 ahead. Very nice for him. As far as production go, Ghost King has 3 barracks, factory, and a reactor starport out.
Now, you know,
same exactly for Keen, except he does not have a reactor on the starport. So production is pretty similar with Byun just slightly in the lead.
Well, the thing is, if you look at it, Byun spent so much here on, oh my god, bad rally here, and he cannot afford to lose that. And wow, that was overkill there. A siege tank in siege mode blowing that marine up. But if you look at how much they've invested in starport tech, Keen's actually the one that still has, you know, starport tech in the game, whereas Byun's slowly lost each Banshee.
Yeah.
So it's possible that Keen could have a pretty nice timing to come in here.
Yeah, Keen with those with the medevacs. I mean the Vikings obviously can push back on medevacs. He can. Yeah. That's going to make it much harder to be dropped.
You know, the only thing that Byun has going for him is the superior marine count. But when you look at how many siege tanks there are in the game. And that's why we don't see Viking harass like that ever. That animation takes forever before the Viking's actually airborne.
It takes a while, man.
Was it like full 2 seconds or something?
It's something like that. It's
not even like
crazy,
1, 2.
Actually.
It's like 1 potato, 2 potato.
It's actually 3 in-game seconds. So yeah, that's like something like 2 seconds. But yeah, that is a long time.
Well, you know, the siege tank. When you're going marine. Well, you know, if you're both going for Marines and one guy's going siege tanks, as long as he gets the siege tanks up in a good spot, he tends to win. But we'll see. You know, with medevacs, he could do a nice drop over here. We'll see. Oh, he should not. No, he should not go in there.
Yeah, and he does have a Viking right there, too, so can push on those medevacs a little bit more as well.
Keen's looking pretty bulletproof so far.
Yeah, his play is fantastic. And right now, he has 5 siege tanks against Byun's 1.
I think he's going to go ahead and push out now.
You know, his marine count's way lower, though, so he does have to be careful with that. A really good concave.
Well, it's all about just having that right siege timing.
Because, yeah, if he's not sieged and Byun has a big concave and stims in, Byun will crush the army. But, you know, Keen can use this to his advantage. Like, he could expand again easily right now. And, in fact, he is making another command center, whereas Byun... he just started his next command center. So, and this is actually fine for both players because for Keen to move out, it's going to be a little bit dangerous. If he can get it siege, as you said, Tace, it's going to be fine, though. So that kind of gives Byun a layer of protection.
All right, now Keen is still... Oh, all right, he has to siege right now.
Oh, picking off so many siege tanks. Great moves by Byun.
Oh, my God. That actually just turned this entire game around. Byun.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, he's even trying to get the medevac now.
You know, as we were just saying, man, that because he had so many siege tanks, to use that to his advantage would do something like expand so he can play defensively because that's what siege tanks are going to do well in that number. So he just made a gigantic blunder. Like he's getting ready to expand. He's cut marine count greatly to get out a lot of siege tanks and then attacks with them in that sloppy manner. And now, I mean, Byun is in a good lead at this point. This is actually a terrible position.
You know, it's funny. He's breaking one of these basic rules that we know about StarCraft 2, which is, you know, do not attack and expand at the same time. Yeah, these two strategic concepts kind of occupy the same space at the same time.
Yeah, it's totally fine to pressure and stuff, but like that's what Ghost King's doing. He's pressuring with his army. He knows he can't fully attack because his opponent has siege tanks. Well, now he probably can.
Yeah, I was going to say he probably will now after that many siege tanks killed. He might just drop in the main here.
Yeah, it's sad to see Keen played such a brilliant game and made that mistake, which is kind of like that's like a mistake that as a perennial Codes player, you should not really be making very often at all.
All right, he's got to be careful here. Keen just taking a lot of damage right now. Byun might even actually be able to loop around here and actually attack from the front now.
Yeah, there's that possibility. He's got to be careful.
Oh, nice pickup there. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was nice.
That was sick.
Now, he's got it. Both players here have to be pretty careful. Ghost King almost losing that medevac.
All right, looks like he wants to drop on top of the siege tank. I like it. Oh, well, that is a hero Marine right there.
That is. Paratrooper Marine. So Ghost King's still doing a great job. He's got his third base up and mining, whereas Keen is going to float his command center that he started way earlier over just now to like a place he doesn't really want to expand to, but he has to. And look at this, another drop by Ghost King here.
And he wants to get these siege tanks. He's trying to keep that count pretty low here, but watch out. These medevacs could be picked off here. Stimming again. Keen caught off guard, here once more.
And, you know, about now, it's time for Byun to run away. Keen has basically stabilized. Byun has lost a lot of his tanks, a lot of his Marines in these harassments, but he's done a good job with them, of course. But yeah, he really needs to.
Wow,
nice snipe there.
Sexy.
Again. But definitely a time that Ghost King's going to want to back up, and in fact, that's exactly what he's doing. He's actually playing really well. You know, he got outplayed in the early game, but right now he is outclassing Keen.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you go back to the amount of damage he took early on, with those Hellions killing like 23 SCVs, I mean, this is pretty impressive to see. Byun is now at a substantial lead, and
in fact,
it's getting his engagements better.
71 SCVs for Byun now compared to 59 of Keen. And he really didn't even kill that many SCVs of Keen. It's mostly just Keen not making SCVs and being flustered and kind of messing up.
All right, we have the medevac now. Looks like he wants to go down here and try to drop these expansions at the bottom. But I don't think this drop's going to do too much unless Byun just leaves the front door open because he does have that sensor tower. Byun now pushing out again.
Yeah, and in fact,
with that medevac, I know it's not a lot, but when you're already this behind and you have some of your army and that medevac not here to defend, Byun can do a ton of damage here.
Indeed, and in fact, he has 8 tanks against just 2 right now of Keen. So, snipes one, and that's actually, I like that trade. I like that trade a lot.
Well, he can actually unsiege and push in yet again.
He needs to leapfrog, though. He has to be careful because now Keen has the Marine lead. In fact, Byun is leapfrogging, whereas Keen before was not doing so. We do have a little attack over here, but plenty of units for Keen to actually clean it up.
All right. Oh, nice arc here from Keen. But I think there's just too many. Oh, my God. Look at Byun splitting.
Well, Keen actually just attacked into 8 siege tanks with Marines, so.
All right. You got another drop over here. But, nope, doesn't matter. He'll defend this with ease.
Yes, certainly.
He might try to snipe those siege tanks or have everything die. One of those two. Wow, Byun coming here and crushing. It's actually, what, a 94 to 173 supply? Even shot down that medevac. GG.
Wow. So Keen played so well in the early game, but as soon as we got into mid and late game, Byun was like, hey, I'm 1,000 times better than you. And that's what it looked like. He just maneuvered better. His attacks were better. Keen was very sloppy moving on the map with a small amount of Marines in the other game with 5 siege tanks. When you go for quick siege tanks, you have to keep them sieged and play more defensive because you traded so many Marines for that extra firepower, which is siege mode, not unsiege mode.
You know, it's too bad because there was that one specific moment where the game turned upside down, and it's when Byun shot down 5 tanks.
Yeah.
And what was Keen doing? He was moving around on the map and expanding. And he was definitely way too far out.
Well, his opponent is the one that was mobile. Byun is the one who said, I'm going to skip those siege tanks, which should give me less power the later we get into this game, but right now it's going to give me map control. And Keen said, well, I want the late game power and the map control right now. Keen, you can't have both. You can have only one.
There you go. All right. Well, we'll see if Keen can play better. Remember, Keen also got a huge lead early on, so that's another surprising factor considering that Byun actually managed to get, ahead of him after all that. So we'll see what happens to Keen. Keen always loses in this round, right? Am I mistaken?
He doesn't make top 8s.
He does not a top 8. I think he made 1 top 8.
He's normally around a 32, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's a guy that's, like, for a long time was, like, top Akode-ish.
Yeah.
He spent a long time as middle code A, then a lot of time as top code A. Now he's spent a lot of time as bottom code S. This is actually one of his best finishes, I do believe.
Well, he wants to get a top 8 badly. Remember, whoever loses is going to have to go on and face off against Naniwa. Then again, whoever wins has to go up and face off against Genius. So either way, you're going to have a tough opponent.
Either way, you're screwed.
You're screwed, and the Protoss get out again.
Or so Tasteless hopes.
I hope so. I need more build orders to steal. Our map is going to be Metropolis. And I think we're moments away from getting this going here. It's a big, big map.
Good map for mech.
Yeah, great map.
Would not
for
be
mech,
surprised
actually.
to see some mech play here, but I would be surprised to see from Keen. He doesn't mech often. I think I've seen him mech one time.
I think he lost that game he mech too.
He very well may have.
All right, guys, we're going to go on to game number 2. Keen against Byun, currently using the ID Ghost King. So let's get ready. Will Keen manage to get a lead and keep it? Or is Byun just going to close us out? Let's find out here in Seoul, Korea, the Mech of Esports. This is the GSL Code S.